It's the championship final of the 2018 Australian Men's Interstate Series. Queensland taking on defending champs Victoria. As top seeds, Victoria only need 4 wins to take the title, whilst Queensland needs 4.5. Queenslander Dylan Gardner and Victorian Darcy Brereton getting things underway for their respective states. Brereton brought his putting prowess to today's final. Gardner's been making his debut for Queensland this week and stayed in touch with some precise approach shots. But it was putting that made the difference in this game. Brereton held a clutch par putt on the 11th to go 3 up, and he'd win the match 4 holes later, 4 and 3. First points to Victoria. Queensland's Dobbelaar won the boys' interstate title last month, and he was trying to add a men's title to his resume. He was off in the number 7 match against Victoria's Will Heffernan, who drew level on the 11th hole with an important birdie putt. But it was now Dobbelaar's chance to shine. Wins on 12, 15 and 16 gave him the win 3 and 2. Queenslander Jed Morgan's been undefeated in the regular rounds. He was trying to keep that record intact against Victoria's Lucas Michelle in the number 6 match. This was a seesawing affair, but in the end it was Morgan who emerged the victor. This par on 17, giving him a 2 and 1 win. Doug Klein has been another Queensland top performer this week, and that continued through into the championship final in the number 5 match. He trailed after 6 holes against Victorian Blake Collier, but he won 4 holes in a 5-hole stretch around the turn, and he would take that game 3 and 2. Kyle Michelle was up for Victoria in the number 4 encounter, and he jumped out to a 4-up lead after 9 holes in his match against Queensland's Lawry Flynn. Flynn tried to rally on the back 9, but he'd left his run a little late. Michelle closed things out on the 16th hole to win 3 and 2. The number 3 match was a birdie fest. Dylan Perry up against Matías Sanchez, a member of last year's successful Victorian team. Perry gave it everything he could, but it would be the 2017 Aussie Amateur champ who would take this one, Sanchez winning 4 and 3. That makes it 3 wins each, so it would all come down to the last 2 matches. And what epic matches they were. Queensland's Dann has been in fine form this week, and he saved his very best for the final. He was quick out of the blocks against Victorian captain Zach Murray, who was making his 4th appearance in the men's state team. Dann won the 7th, 8th and 9th holes to take a 3-up lead. And Murray was left wondering what he could do to get back into the match. Golf doesn't get much better than this. With Murray applying all the pressure he could, Dann made 2 fantastic up and downs. The first on the 14th hole to save par, and with a growing crowd looking on, a second up and down on the 16th hole to make a birdie. That preserved his 3-up lead. The final score 3 and 2, and that gives Queensland 4 wins, just a half needed from the final match. And what a match it was. David Micheluzzi for Victoria and Shae Wools-Cobb for Queensland, both players ranked in the top 30 in the world. Micheluzzi took a 1-up lead on the 13th, but Wools-Cobb applied the pressure with this sensational long iron into the par 5 16th. Micheluzzi, who won the 2018 Master of the Amateurs back in January, hit a great chip shot from the right of the green to set up a conceded birdie. Door was open for Wools-Cobb, putting for eagle to square the match. Not to be. It was on to the 17th where both players had a chance. Wools-Cobb first for par, and then Micheluzzi to win the match and take the title. Up the 18th they went, Wools-Cobb needing to win the hole to give Queensland the title. He was long for 3 on the par 5, but this great bump and run shot set up the chance at a par. Micheluzzi now needing 2 putts to win the match. A little shy, but the next putt would not be needed. Wools-Cobb missed his chance at par. Micheluzzi wins 2 up, and that makes the contest a 4-4 tie. But with Victoria finishing on top of the ladder during the regular rounds, they get to keep the coveted trophy for another year.